recently, Kevin De Bruyne, Riyad Mahrez. He's played alongside some very talented players, and of course he will do that as well at Football Club Barcelona.
Absolutely. He knows most of the squads, of course, that are in La Liga Santander, some new ones, because things have changed a little bit 10 years ago when it was his last time playing at La Liga. But of course it will be a good experience, and I'm sure that Kun Aguero will be happy to be back in Spain, a country that he knows. City of Barcelona, of course, a fantastic place to live. And I'm sure he's quite excited to start playing for Barca in an official game.
I'm sure he'll enjoy the climate of Barcelona a lot more than the climate of Manchester.
Absolutely, Robert. That's also some positive aspect. But, well, that's also something that he has learned in England. If Barca has to go to play in the Champions League in winter, sometimes to some grounds with difficult conditions, well, Aguero in England, I'll imagine he has experienced snow games,
I'm not sure if he'll
be
playing in the snow in La Liga. I mean,
not in La Liga.
Very rare that happens.
Well, who knows? Because, this year there was this Filomena storm that remember some games were postponed in Madrid. It was the part of this storm that was affected the most.
Real Madrid played in the snow at El Sadar.
Exactly, in really difficult conditions, and they dropped points there. And then, of course, I'm not going to say that there were some excuses, but Osasuna played a good game, but it's true that the conditions were not the best ones.
The conditions were the same for both teams.
Exactly. And Atletico Madrid postponed their game at the Wanda Metropolitano. They were facing Athletic Club.
Athletic Club, true.
Just before this Super Cup, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think that's true. Right before or right after. I can't remember. It was very close. Anyway, in case you've just tuned in, we are going to listen to Sergio Kun Aguero in the press conference in just a few minutes. This is footage of Aguero on the grass of Camp Nou. That happened about, I'd say, 20 minutes ago, so we must be very close to being able to listen to Sergio Aguero in his official presentation, in his first official press conference as a Barca player. He will be joined by the club president, Joan Laporta.
Yes, because, they are doing this press conference in the Auditori. It's a kind of a big room that is not inside the stadium, where the press conference room that normally they use for the games is. But, it's 25 meters, 30 meters of distance between the grass and the Auditori that is inside Barca's facilities in the neighborhood of Las Corts in city center of Barcelona. So, it's not for the distance that he is not yet there in the press conference, but of course they have lots of things to do in the presentations day. Also, he has to change clothes, of course.
Yes.
It's kind of long sometimes, all the day in the stadium, but players are always happy to, and they don't care. They are not easy days for them. They are footballers. They are not used to all this kind of acts, but of course they know what it means to arrive to this big club, and they are happy always with a smile to do everything what the club, the media, the sponsors ask for these players when they arrive to Barcelona. So I'll imagine that in the following minutes we will start hearing Kun Aguero, because he has to travel to South America to play La Copa America. So
yes, we know he's on he has a time limit. So I'm sure that this will be happening very soon. We'll be listening to the questions of the journalists and of course the first few words of Aguero. There is footage of the Auditori 1899. All the media waiting to hear the first words of Aguero as a Barca player. I can't wait either. I'm very excited to see what he has to say. What maybe they'll ask